Thanks for stopping by. I'd like to preface this video by saying it is not a knitting tutorial, but it means to have something playing in the background while you work on your own project. If you're like me and really enjoy having something on, sometimes the content you like is very visually engaging and you're several hours in and haven't gotten nearly as far along as you would have liked to, so that's where I come in. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. It is the Friday video, and it's literally 11:29 p.m. on Thursday night. So the night before you'll see this video, I am working away here at this content, and I would like, okay, so let's start out with our normal thing now. So what is new and what is good with you? What's good with me is that I am off tomorrow, and I will tell you later, but I have a buy one get one free at one of my favorite bakery chains, and the coupon came in the email, and I was like, ooh. So I was at work and I printed it off, and now I think I will go tomorrow, or today, the day you see this, to get my free little cake with the one that I buy, because my partner will have one and I'll have one. But I'm excited about that. Now, what I wanted to say, what I had planned originally to say, was that I had my video tele appointment with my dermatologist, and they made a guess that the blemish, rash, itchy bit on my face that I was telling you guys about earlier was eczema, which I haven't had a history of having eczema before. And so they just prescribed me this ointment, and I've been applying it during daily, and so far it seems to be working. So hey, maybe I did have eczema. So I put it a little bit on my lip, a little under my eye, and I still have a little bit of redness, but the itchiness has subsided substantially. It actually felt like it got worse before it got better, and the flakiness was gone like maybe the day of, a little bit after applying it, like the next day. No more flakiness. There's just a little bit of dry skin, like kind of crepey skin, but it's not flaky and as irritated as it used to be. So I'm very happy about that. So on the 23rd, I have a follow-up video appointment to make sure everything is going the way it should. So there's that. Now, I'm saying I was going to tell you this earlier because last week during my filming, I had used up the memory that was allotted to me on my phone, and I gabbed and gabbed and gabbed away as a normal Friday recording, but none of the footage was on my phone. So unfortunately, I had just Mondays and Wednesdays videos available to edit, and it was so late I had to just make do with what I had, so I wasn't able to finish out the week of uploads to edit. So that is why you see me the night before, scrambling to get something made to have edited and uploaded by the local 2 p.m. or 2:15, depending on how YouTube feels, upload schedule on Friday. So that's where we are. Now, because of this, me kind of scrambling to get some content, I'm not going to pull a topic out of my bag because I just want to talk about what's been going on this week, and it's not a topic that's in my bag. So I've been going into work a couple times now, getting ready just to reopen and everything, and I was at work really late today, which is why I'm filming now at like almost midnight, because I had to do some stuff at home that was work related. I had to like develop this training guide thing, and then finally when that was done, I was able to go to my job in person. And I live close enough to walk, so I walked over. But then a whole bunch of other well, not bad things, but a whole bunch of other stuff happened at work that really slowed me down. And because I'm off today, the day you see this video, I had to do as much as I could, so I stayed a really, really long time. So I was there from about, I would say like well, no, I lie. It was probably like 3:30. About 3:30 to 8:30, I was at my job. So I was there through dinner and everything, and so I got home. I had a little libation, just a little glass of some cream liqueur. I had really quick dinner. I literally just boiled some asparagus and had a couple hash browns. And then I started knitting on my second sock for my cousin's son because I cast on and I had shaped the heel and everything, and I was working on the gusset. So because I was working on the gusset, that requires me concentrating on keeping count of how many decrease rounds I've completed before I can just start doing like I'm doing right now, which, by the way, this is my brother's first sock, and knit around until I am at the length it needs to be. And this needs to be 8 3/4 inches long before I can start decreasing the foot, or making the toe decrease. And then my cousin's son's second sock needs to be 8 inches long before I can start decreasing that one. But I have not even done decreasing every other round for the gusset. So I need to have 64 stitches all the way around, and I'm looking at about 100 and... Well, I take that back, because I think I have... Let's see, 32 plus 44, whatever that is. Not quite yet. Actually, it's 42 now, so I just have 74 yet. So I need to lose 10 more stitches before I can start doing what I'm doing right here. So I'm going to work on that tomorrow, aka Friday, the actual Friday, because we are really on marathon mode right now. I'm afraid, but I need to look at the little note I got in the mail from the post office to say when everything needs to be shipped out so that people get it by Christmas. And I don't know. I think I'll make it because I literally just have the length of that other sock to do and then another one of these guys. But since it's worsted weight, if it's going to be what it's supposed to be, which is like more of a weekend project, then I should be able to knock this one out by the end of next week to be able to ship it away. But that's giving my, my motivation, well, not my motivation. I'm very much motivated. It's just, do I have the energy and is my schedule going to permit me to be able to do this? Now, on Monday, you won't see this yet, but after this, on Monday, I will be, on the day that there is an upload video, I will be taking Kabu to the vet because she has her dental cleaning. So this weekend will just be me knitting, but Monday I have to drop her off at the vet in the morning, pick her up in the afternoon, but I'll be at work still because it's still like a regular work week for me. So I don't know how that'll work with other things. Some things are dying down a little bit at work, but it's kind of weird just with my partner being here, which isn't any weirder than it was when we were both working from home exclusively, but they're kind of like, not really puppy dogging me, but very much like curious about what I'm up to, and it's kind of weird. It's getting used to that again because they've been, back to normal a little bit for the most part for a couple months, at least. More than that now. And at least since the summertime. So it's just different. But I'm really happy that they do get the time off, and it's nice and quiet right now, so I can knit, and then I'm gonna go to bed because I have to do laundry Friday, and then get some time in to pick up the little cakes to have my sweet treat for the weekend. I'm excited about that. And last weekend, while I was in the middle of filming my stuff for you guys, I had a little Google meeting hangout with a couple of my friends, and we just had drinks and talked and stuff about what we were up to. So another thing that might be happening, I would say it's a bonus good news, but it hasn't happened yet, and I don't know if it will happen because of weather, but because my partner is off for the next 2 weeks left now, as they just finished their first full week. Today, the day you see this is well, I take that back. On Monday, it'll be the first day of their second week being on vacation. So I mentioned a while ago that for part of like their birthday / our anniversary, I mentioned that I wanted to kind of get a tiny house for like a rental, kind of a wilderness excursion thing, and we weren't able to find a tiny house because my partner, one, told me they were going to be off too late to be able to book anything soon enough, like within the time frame, and because they found out later that they were approved for the time off, I was not able to get as big of a chunk off as they were because of how my schedule works at my job. So because of that, I was able just to take off, the Fridays in December leading up to the longer holiday vacation that I have. That's just part of my work, where we'll be closed between Christmas Eve and New Year's Day. But we were thinking of some places to go, just either within our state or some of the neighboring states that we've been in the good old Midwest for holiday. And one of my friends who I talked to in my little Zoom, well, it wasn't Zoom, it was Google, but our little Google kind of happy hour thing, was saying that she likes to get a cabin with her fiance during the holidays, but they had gone recently, so they had already did their cabin thing. And she did Airbnb, and I was like, oh, that's a good point, because I was looking at resorts, I was looking at like official listings of places to try to find a tiny cabin or a tiny home or something out in a seclusion. But I was able to get us an Airbnb for the Monday, Tuesday of the last week of December, and then we would leave on Wednesday. And it's a few hours away, but it's really close to some nice wooded areas and like trails and hiking and stuff. So because of the cancellation policy, if we cancel before 3 p.m. on the day before, we will be able to secure our 100% refund. And then if we cancel after 3 p.m. on the day before, then we have to pay for the first full night and the service fee. But then everything else is refunded. So because my partner's cart doesn't do the best in snow, and the Midwest is known for its snow in the wintertime, we're like, well, let's see how it goes, because we would like to travel, but if the road conditions, and really it's because where this this house is. It's on a large property, but it's farmland, but it's close to like some nature. And they specified in the listing that that area of town doesn't get plowed. Like that road that they live on does not get plowed, so you would have to make sure your car is outfitted for snow. And my partner just has a little Toyota Corolla, and it is not outfitted for snow, despite us living in a place that gets snowed a lot during the winter time. So we're like, ooh, well, okay, well now we need to make sure we're keeping an eye on the forecast the next couple weeks, because if the weather's bad, then we're not going to want to do that. So, and I'm like, and then my partner's like, well, do you want to book something else too? So in case we have to cancel that one, we still have another one that we could, go to and then, if we end up going to the one that we wanted as our first pick, then we'll just cancel the other one. And I'm like, if it's snowing, I don't think we want to be driving anywhere. And then they're like, yeah, good point. So I have my hopes up. I have my heart. I mean, it was kind of such a spontaneous thing, like with the planning. I did so much research trying to find a place, trying to find a good price, thinking of like what the house or the apartment or cabin or whatever is nearby, and how long it's going to take us to get there, and how much will it cost, and all that stuff. And so unfortunately I didn't have that much time to plan, because my partner just kind of was like, yeah, let's just do it now because I'm off. And I'm like, okay. But I'm excited. I have so many other knitting projects to work on, and by then it'll be after Christmas, so I shouldn't be doing this sock right now, and we can just spend our time hanging out. I'll bring some books, some knitting, and maybe take some pictures for you guys if we go. So it's all a matter of if the weather is in our favor. So this is where we are right now, just still knitting around. I'm getting closer though, but not quite, because it has to be 8 3/4, and my hand length is about 7. So yeah, not quite there yet, but thank you so much for bearing with me today while I scrambled to get this last video of the week ready for you. I hope that later this weekend, when I'm knitting for next week, it'll be a little more uniform and we can go back to those questions out of the sack I have. So with that, thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye!